Sego, Corbin Pierce. I go to school at CCVS here in Cornwall. I'm in 11th grade, and today we're talking about lacrosse. It's not going to be easy. Your first time playing, and it's really about having that mindset. And if you stick hard, if you keep playing and if you keep practicing, you're gonna get used to it. But you just can't. You're not gonna get the hang of it right away. I've coached girls and boys, and I've told them the same thing. And you gotta pick up a ball, play wall ball, and get used to that. Cradling, getting the ball in your stick, and once you get used to that feeling and you keep working on that, you should have no problem making the team. You should have no problem being in the game. It's all just being ready and believing in yourself that you got this, you're okay, and you're gonna score. I've been playing lacrosse since I was, I think, 4 or 5, and I guess when you're born into it, and it's definitely seen a different way when you're playing when from the res, and it's not just a sport. It's definitely something you take more seriously, and and it all depends on how you play. And it's like if you take risks in life, and you're gonna take risks when you're playing the game, and if you don't take risks, then you're going to be back there waiting for the play to come to you. So it does teach you a lot about who you can be. Well, when you're playing the game, you're trying to win, but you're trying to get in like that mindset. For me, when I play, I get myself in a mindset, but it's a lot different than a win or lose situation. It's if I gave it my all, or if I know that I tried, then that whoever was watching, they would know. So I guess it's all about who you are as a player. It shows who you are as a person. The lacrosse, it was given as a way of expressing how to deal with bigger problems, and they used it to settle disputes with different tribes. And now it's an up and growing sport. And usually before a game, I don't talk a lot. I usually just listen to music, and I try to, like I was saying, I try to get in that mindset before I play. But it all depends on where you're at in your head before you go out and play, because you don't want to be confused and go out and play and you're not gonna do what you went out there to do. So I guess just giving myself a clear head, that's usually what I do before I go out and play. Growing up in a little town like in Akwesasne, it's one of the only things that really gets you looked at. So it's one of the ways out of the res and out of a little town. So it's very important. We keep it alive. It's not only for that, but for ceremonial reasons. We keep the game alive, and it is a big deal. And many see it as a game, but it's also like a way of life. Yeah, it's more than a game. There's a lot more that people don't know, and they still have ceremonies to this day for medicine games, playing for whoever, playing for their ancestors. And it's definitely like a serious game, and it's not something that it's not just it's a lot deeper. It's a lot deeper of a meaning, and a lot of people play it because they really feel like the game is alive. Like I was saying, it's the game really teaches you a lot about yourself, and it helps you just as life skills such as listening to your teammates, setting up plays that helps later on in life, listening to other people's ideas, and be able to step back and listen to other people. And same thing in lacrosse, you have a whole team, so it's not just you out there, and you gotta have a communication skills. So that definitely helps when you're looking for a job and stuff like that. And the dedication, you don't just want to win one game, you want to try to win them all. So you work hard towards something, and that kind of gives you the idea of working hard towards something else in life, like a goal. So those are some of the lessons that you can take away from the game. Play the game, and you know that your ancestors and people that you're playing for, they can see you, and you're showing them that you're strong and you're playing the game. And it also has its benefits. Like I went to New York City. I played in New York City a couple years ago. That was pretty fun. And I also I got to coach a Pee Wee tournament. And I coached a little team, and it was cool to see that the future generation, and how the game's still being played, and that the game of lacrosse is it's here to stay, and I can see it being one of the top sports. For your time, thank you, and I hope you learned something new today.
Hi, my name is Jessie Bove. I'm a grade 11 student here at CCVS. I'm here to talk about lacrosse and the difference between a wooden lacrosse stick and a metal lacrosse stick. The difference between a wooden lacrosse stick and a metal lacrosse stick is the wooden one is medicine. It's made by men who carve weeks and weeks on end to get it to not the perfect shape, but like the right. Wooden lacrosse is traditionally played by the men, used by the men only because it's medicine towards them. How the wooden lacrosse stick is made is it's kind of carved down into this shape right here with like hand tools, so it's hand carved. Well, in the back before we had machines just to do this. And right here is from a deer. They skinned a deer. There's some leather right here for the backing. I know traditionally lacrosse is mostly played by men and boys, but as the years progressed, we found ways for not only boys to play, but also girls to play. Even though we girls not allowed to touch the wooden lacrosse sticks, we found a way to make our own lacrosse sticks. And with the metal lacrosse sticks, it's a lot sturdier, it lasts longer, and you can see that some of this is still kind of, the wooden lacrosse sticks was just, it is medicine and it is important to my culture and everything, but we kind of use that as a template for these new lacrosse sticks. My mom is a great role model for me. Growing up, she taught me how girls can also play sports, and she played field lacrosse, softball and baseball, women's basketball, flag football, and etc. You name it, she probably played it at one point. And I have two other cousins that played professionally in lacrosse. My oldest cousin, he traveled, he even got an award. He has a few awards, and he has a picture in the Turtle Dome on the island. Playing sports has taught me more about myself and how to play as a team, to work with others, and I had the opportunity to have my teammates from different walk of life. It's also given me the opportunity to volunteer more in my community, volunteer of helping my mom handle kids. And I have 5-year-old brother who absolutely adores, he loves lacrosse, and that makes me really happy because it is part of my culture, it is my heritage and his heritage, and it's no clue that he absolutely adores it, and he's like, it's his passion, and he's only 5. For any kids out there who want to play sports, do it. Either it's a team or just having fun with your friends. Do it, because you will learn a lot about yourself and how to play as a team, how to treat people, and if you want to pursue that, go for your dreams. Just nothing's impossible if you work hard enough to get it. Thank you for listening today. I hope you learned something new today, and just go and have fun out there.
Hello, I'm Vance Adams. Zeta Halungas Jungyats. I'm Waskalewaga. I go to CC. I'm in grade 12 and I play lacrosse. Lacrosse has always been around in my life. I started started playing minor lacrosse when I was grade 4, I think so, but it's always been around my life, like yard ball, playing with my cousins, my brother, it's always been around the community. It's a medicine game. It's played for the elders, the community, for the health of the community, and for even the mental health of the community. It brings joy to everyone. Like I've been playing it since I was grade 4, and it's like I didn't really notice how it really impacted my life, but as time went on, I realized how much lacrosse meant to everyone and to me. It just made me want to go out there and be someone. Well, I'm lucky to have minor sports in my younger life, or my youth, because when my dad was around, when he was younger, he didn't have minor lacrosse. He didn't have minor lacrosse until he was graduated high school, and then a bunch of his buddies put a team together and to go play another team at the other reses. But when I was playing minor lacrosse, it was joy, joy every time I went to practice, a game, because you're chilling with your friends all day, playing lacrosse with your friends all day. It builds like a brotherhood almost. I've been playing minor lacrosse since grade 4, started at novice, right to midgets, and then I tried out for junior B. I made the team, but I was on there a little bit. Then COVID happened, so I couldn't really play juniors anymore. And when COVID happened, I realized how much lacrosse meant, because it was part of my mental health, almost. I miss lacrosse so much, man. It's ridiculous. And hockey, but lacrosse is part of our heritage, I should say. But it was just a mind opener how much lacrosse meant when I couldn't play it no more. It just opened my mind almost to see how much it meant to me and how much it affected the res that we didn't have lacrosse. My advice for all the kids that want to pursue or play lacrosse is to not give up, to try hard and practice, game, even outside at your home, because that's all the time that's given you to strengthen yourself to go full tilt and be as best as you can. Going up to Toronto or Whitby or where's some other places that we played? Peterborough, Ottawa, North Shore, Montreal, Ganawage. I haven't played down in Buffalo, but Buffalo, it wasn't on the association that I played for this team. the team that I played for this team is on the Canadian side. So all across the 401, going right down to Niagara Falls and Six Nations. That's all we played. All those cities that have teams, right up to Kitchener and Waterloo. And as us, coming from Akwesasne, having a group of kids that just put a team together for tryouts that barely make a team, or take all the people that tried out for the team, going up there to play against teams that have 5 different teams to pick from, to pick each player that who's a shooter, who's a runner, the best goalies. They have different varieties of players that they can pick from because how big their cities are. Compared to Akwesasne, where we had just enough players, or not even. Going up there, man, it was something else because we would dominate some places. Like our team, well, my team in Bantam, we got ranked 6th overall in Canada for minor lacrosse. I know that's not big, but hey, it's big for me, man. That's a ball, man. That's something else. That's quick and fast. And really, it just comes down who's more determined to get that ball, run up the floor, shoot, score. Who's gonna soak whatever shot that comes at you, or get hit down, or you get knocked down, get back up and keep running. Because that's what it's about. It's like you have a warrior spirit, and you just keep running and just want to win. And that's what lacrosse is. Minor lacrosse was like memories that I won't forget. Because all the fun times we had in the locker rooms, on the floor, with the parents in the stands yelling at us, with the racial slurs that get thrown at us from the other cities, because they don't like the natives, because we're too rough. But really, that's how the game is. It's rough and tough, and it's fun. I play with the wooden stick, like this stick. Oh. But mine's a little bit skinnier than this, like the head of it, right here, a little skinnier, because this is a field stick that they used to use way back. And we don't really use this in box because it's a little bit too wide. But mine is more skinnier at the top, and it's almost like more balanced. It's more like, looks more slim, I don't know. But that's what I used in box, on the concrete floors, not on grass, on concrete floors. And I had to learn how to shoot with it, pass with it, and run with it, and catch with it. Lacrosse can open up opportunities for you, but that's only if you make the opportunities for yourself. Like what I said before, you gotta try, you gotta train, you gotta do everything to get those opportunities that you need. Because you can get scouted and get a scholarship right off the bat if you're good enough. One of the earliest memories of lacrosse is playing backyard ball. That means basically in the yard playing lacrosse. So I was playing lacrosse with my brother Drake, and my cousin. We used to play at my grandmother's house. And my grandmother's house is located just above Adams Marina, and Adams Marina is on the river, and I love the river. Like that's one of my happy places, like going there and just chilling by the river. But he had a big net behind it, a lacrosse net, and we would play lacrosse, and some of his friends around Snai would come there and play lacrosse, and these kids are 4 years older than me, and I'm just a little guy playing lacrosse with them, and we're all just shooting around, just playing pickup games almost. Sure, I wasn't that great at the time because I was little, but I still remember just shooting around with them and just smiles all on our faces, just chilling out and just almost vibing. Vibing out, playing lacrosse. Don't be disrespectful towards your parents that are taking you to the sports, or even sports and lacrosse. Like, they're the ones that are putting the effort in to take you to your games, take you to the practice, to be the player that you need to be. So don't be disrespecting them. Take pride and ownership that they're actually doing it. Because I know some kids from my reservation that don't have enough money to play lacrosse, and that's like heartbreaking to me. because lacrosse is so fun. Like, it's something that everyone should play. I hope all you guys learned something about lacrosse, that it's a big thing in Akwesasne and to the indigenous people. And don't be throwing shade on it. Don't be looking at it different. Try it. It's actually pretty fun. So I thank you guys for listening to me and my friend Corbin for talking. And yeah, thank you.